Do you want to spend 18 years, nearly 2 whole decades, to see $100,000 in your bank account? Nope. That is a disaster. Here's why. If you hit $100,000 at 30 instead of 45, that 15-year head start turns into an extra $1 million by the time you retire. That's retiring on a beach versus answering emails at 70 years old. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone who looked at that 18-year math and realized it was not for me. So I took a different path, and it worked. So stick around for the next few minutes, and I'm going to show you how to turn that 18-year crawl to $100,000 into a 4-year sprint. But I warn you, it ain't going to be easy. Phase 1. Upgrade your engine. If you make under $60,000, you don't have a spending problem. You have a small engine problem. You're trying to win a drag race in a golf cart. Stop it. The low ceiling trap. Look, I know it's easier to blame the economy. I've been there. It feels better to complain than to act. But hear this. If your job caps at $55,000, stop working harder. You're just digging a deeper hole. There are plenty of good technical blue-collar jobs that pay well. An elevator mechanic apprentice starts at $60,000. High demand, real money. If you're not in a low ceiling trap, you are likely just being too nice. If so, follow the 24-month rule. The 24-month rule. Most people stay at one company for 10 years for a 3% raise. It feels safe. It feels right. But that is a slow, boring death. In the early years of your career, you've got to switch companies every 2 years. That's a 20% jump every time you jump ship. Loyalty is just a tax you pay to your boss so they can buy a nicer car than yours. Become awesome. Don't drive Uber for $20 an hour. That's trading your life for a McDouble. Stack skills and become awesome at your job. Are you a marketer? Learn vibe coding or data analysis. HR specialist? Learn law or psychology. One certificate can jump you from $50,000 to $80,000. 1 hour of learning beats 10 hours of driving, every single time. Phase 2. Stop lighting money on fire. Housing is the biggest leak in your bucket. Location arbitrage. If you work remote but live in a city where a studio costs $3,000, you are literally burning cash to stay warm. Move. Saving $1,500 a month on rent is $18,000 a year. The roommate multiplier. Living alone is for people who are already rich, or people who have given up. Split the rent. Get it under 15% of your income. Shave years off your $100,000 goal just by sharing a fridge. Phase 3. Avoid the friction zone. Taxes are friction. They're like that lady with the cane chair counting pennies at the cash register. They just make everything take longer for no reason. The match. If you skip your employer's match, you are handing money back to your boss. Why would you do that? That's $3,200 a year you're just throwing into a volcano. The HSA. If you qualify, this is the best bucket on earth. Money goes in tax-free, grows tax-free, and comes out tax-free. It's a literal vault for your first $100,000. Phase 4. Freeze the lifestyle. This is where people blow it. They get a raise and immediately buy a car that looks like a spaceship. Don't. Freeze your lifestyle. Scaling the floor. If your pay goes from $60,000 to $90,000, keep living like you're broke. Shovel the extra $30,000 into an index fund. Automate it so you don't even see it. The final polish. Once the big leaks are plugged, you need to optimize every single dollar. Stop leaving your emergency fund in a checking account that pays you 0%. Move it to a high-yield account. A $20,000 fund can make you $1,000 a year for doing absolutely nothing. I love doing nothing. It's my favorite hobby. Let's wrap things up. What about that $1 million lost in future wealth? If you save $1,600 a month at a 7% return, you hit $100,000 in about 4.6 years. Why rush? Because delay is the most expensive mistake you can make. If you hit $100,000 at 30 instead of 45, that 15-year head start turns into an extra $1 million by the time you retire. That's a million reasons for being fast. Charlie Munger said the first $100,000 is a B, but after that, the money does the work. At 7%, that $100,000 makes $583 a month while you sleep. That's more than most people save from their entire paycheck. Once you hit that number, the money works harder than you do. And honestly, that's the dream. So that's it. If you're tired of the 18-year crawl, here's the fix. Stop digging in a dead-end job. Check your ceiling. Use the 24-month rule to jump ship and stack skills that make you awesome. Stop lighting money on fire. Move to a cheaper city or share a fridge. Stop handing your salary back to your boss or the government. Take the match and fill the HSA vault. Freeze your lifestyle. Invest the rest. Move your cash to a high-yield account. Let the math take over. If you want to keep improving your financial situation, hit subscribe. It will be the soundest financial decision of your life. Keep the momentum going. Watch these videos next.